Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Rebels Radio. We're here at a gloriously sunny Arbour Park for this Vanarama National Self. You heard it here, Vanarama National Self. Slough for the first time in 17 years back at this level, and their first game here in this glorious sunny day. Their visitors are just down the road, just around the corner from where I live actually, which is quite good. It's Hampton and Richmond Borough FC. Those will be the teams today. We'll run through the teams for you. There'll be loads of other things that we will give you as well, and please feel free to get in contact. We'll give you all the details of how to do that. There is a chat room, and if you're listening and you can contact us through those, we'll give you those details in a second. We've got some people just standing right in the waiting room. So yes, it's step 2 for the Rebels this afternoon, and as usual we will have highlights from our friends at FC Video. Now there is a change to how that works because of the National League do a program of highlights. They have to be sent off to them first, so you will get highlights of the game, but they will come out at a later time than they normally do, just because that is how the Vanarama works. They want to have the details first. So you will get your highlights, you will get your goal clips. It will just be a little bit later than you've normally had it. So there you go. So we are back here at Arbour Park, Slough, in a new training kit that they are wearing here, sponsored by Jacko, the official kit suppliers of the Vanarama League, and lots of Vanarama advertising put around as well. The two teams are just about to come out the front. We've got 2 bars here today. We've got a downstairs bar which is thriving as well. So there you go, and it's a crazy old atmosphere here. I'll run through the 2 sides for you in a second. Just a couple of things for you. If you do want to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. We'll have our halftime quiz as usual. We'll have some more useless facts and bits that we've managed to dig out from somewhere. We'll give you all of those, and if you want to get in contact with us on YouTube, which is how you're listening to us, which is what we broadcast through, there is a chat room down the side. Good afternoon to Marchacho and to Ian, who are already on there. Basically, you do need to be a subscriber to YouTube. It's very free, simple to do. You just sign up with like an email and whatever kind of thing, and you can come through and comment on the bit. It comes up on your screen, I think, as comments, but it comes up as a chat room on mine. So there you go. Those are the few bits for you this afternoon. I'll run through the sides for you for the first time this afternoon, starting with the Slough home side. In goal is Jack Turner, 2 is Josh Jackman, 3 is George Wells, 4 Sam Togwell, 5 is the captain Martin Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 is Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon are 12 Sean Fraser, 14 Scott Davies, 15 is Louis Saws, 16 Perry Coles, 18 is Manny Williams. Those are your lineups for the Rebels, with Sam Togwell, brother of Lee, one of the signings. The other summer signing is Louis Saws, who's on the bench. For Hampton and Richmond Borough, a bit of a change for them. Only 2 players remain from last season, where their manager Alan Saracen left and went to Woking, and ex-Hendon manager Gary McCann has come in and brought in a few players. So their starting lineup for today's game is Tom Lovelock in goal, 2 is Josh McLeod Urquhart, 3 is Oliver Sprague, 4 is the captain Ricky Wellard, 5 is Ryan Bray, 6 Dan Bowery, 7 Zach Joseph, 8 Casey McLaren, 9 is Craig Dundas, 10 Chris Dickinson, and 11 is Reese Murrell Williamson. Their substitutes for this afternoon are 12 Torian Roberts, 13 is the sub goalkeeper Chris Burns, 14 Michael Corcoran, 15 Jake Eggleton, 16 is Daniel Uchechi. The referee today is Matthew Russell. His assistants are Barry Small and Robert Ablett. I will run through those 2 sides for you again just before the kick-off. Stephen Roach has been on. He said it's great to be in the Conference South. Stephen, you can't call it the Conference South no more. It's the Vanarama National League South. I thought I'd be the first person to make that mistake. Thankfully, it's somebody else. But there you go. We've got a half-time quiz as usual. We'll put that out for you as well. Just the up-and-coming fixtures for the Rebels in this league. There's less games in this league. There's also no League Cup, and also you come in at later stages in the FA Cup and FA Trophy. So less games for you to miss by coming here, or if you are missing it, join us here. So on Tuesday, Slough will be away to Chippenham Town. That's the 7th of August. That's a 7:45 kick-off. There is a coach by the supporters. Then next Saturday we are away to Gloucester City. That's the 11th of August, 3 o'clock kick-off. Please be aware that Gloucester City ground share at Evesham United at the Jubilee Stadium in Evesham. Then Slough will be at home for their next 2 games. On the 14th of August, which is a Tuesday night, they will be at home to Weston-super-Mare, and then on the 18th of August they are at home to Torquay United. Those are your up-and-coming games for the Rebels. We'll give you those details as well. Oh, we've got supporters. There's a couple from Australia here. Oh, there's a couple have come all the way from Australia for today's game, and very well done to them for doing that. I don't know which team they're supporting, but very well done on coming all that way. So yes, Rebels Radio, we're back all season long with less games to come on to, but we will be here for you, and we're got a few little things for you. There is a scoreboard. It's not working here today at the moment, but there is an app that I'm going to use to keep data and stuff, which will be fantastic. So those are a couple of things there, and if you've not been to Arbour Park, there has been a few other changes around. Not much that you'd see if you weren't really looking for them, but there's been some extra double gates put in. We've got an ice cream man in here today this afternoon, so those of you sitting at home are missing out on an ice cream. So you'll have to wait for the guy to come around and play the tune and do that. So you can come out there. We've got 2 bars down here today. It's a thriving atmosphere today. I can tell you there's been roughly over 400 season tickets for the Slough Town season ticket sales this summer, which is a great increase. Bit of a breeze just coming through here. But a good crowd here in at the moment. We're a couple of minutes away from kick-off. So I'll run through those 2 sides for you again. And just a reminder, if you do want to get in contact with us, you can do so via Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're well, we've got some Hampton and Richmond fans starting a bit of singing. They're singing Beavers, which is their nickname. Don't think it's anything rude, it's just their nickname. There you go. So we'll run through those 2 sides for you again. Now, starting with the home side, Slough will be in their new kit, which is still amber. It's got some blue sleeves and some like thin pinstripes. I can't say it. Stripes hoops. What goes across? Hoops. Let me get that right. Pinstripe hoops on the shirt. So Slough being that. Is Jack Turner, 2 Josh Jackman, 3 is George Wells, 4 Sam Togwell, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 is James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood and 11 Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels: 12 Sean Fraser, 14 Scott Davies, 15 Louis Saws, 16 Perry Coles, 18 Mandy Williams. For Hampton and Richmond Borough, who will be playing in red and blue stripes this afternoon. In goal for them is Tom Lovelock, 2 Josh McLeod-Urquhart, 3 Oliver Sprague, 4 is the captain Ricky Wellard, 5 Rian Bray, 6 Dan Bowery, 7 Zach Joseph, 8 Casey McLaren, 9 Craig Dundas, 10 Chris Dickinson, 11 is Reese Williamson. Substitutes for Hampton and Richmond Borough: 12 Torian Roberts, 13 is the goalkeeper Chris Burns, 14 Michael Corcoran, 15 Jake Eggleton, 16 Daniel Chechi. The referee Matthew Russell. The 2 players and sides are just going through their handshakes here, and I can tell you that Jack Turner has a new goalkeeping kit for this season. He's dressed all in white this afternoon. So Jack is out there ready and waiting. The 2 officials are just going over to their position now. Good afternoon to Cliff Evans, who's listening and got in contact. We've got a small bunch of Hampton and Richmond fans making a bit of noise here at the moment, but we are just seconds away from the kick-off. And it's a glorious sunny day here at Arbour Park. And what a way to welcome in the Vanarama National League Cell. First game for Slough since 2001. And it'll be an interesting season for the Rebels. And if you can't be here in person, what better way to do it than be here on Rebels Radio? So there you go. Hopefully a little bit less noisy. The referee is just going to call the 2 sets of players across. And the captain for Hampton and Richmond, Ricky Wellard just goes across. And Slough's captain Mark Nisbet is there as well. And we are seconds away from the kick-off here. Music's just a little bit loud here at Arbour Park, but it looks as though Slough are going to have the kick-off. They will be shooting from right to left for this first half. Slough in their kit of amber and blue will be shooting right to left. And just waiting for the referee to make sure his officials are in the right position. And step 2 level football will be here at Arbour Park. So here we go, just waiting for the referee here to get stuff started. As the Slough fans get into gear as well. And it's Slough with the ball out, looking for Dobson. Dobson gets a touch in already. Down this left-hand side, crosses first time. The ball's blocked, freed away there by Bowery. Comes out here to Rhys Williamson. Plays the ball forwards over the top here. It's a long ball forwards, comes all the way to Turner. And Turner launches that high into the night sky. Underneath it is Rian Bray, lets it go through to the goalkeeper, Tom Lovelock. Lovelock in a luminous yellow shirt for the Hampton and Richmond Borough goalkeeper. And plays the ball out here. Nisbet will win the first header. It goes through to Bray. Bray's ball is up, but it's won back here by Flood. Just loses the first ball, dives in a little, ball comes back out by him, and it finds Dobson. Dobson takes a touch onto his left foot, looks up, cuts inside, still has the ball, tries to flick the ball through. It's been blocked. It comes back to Dobson, tries to get a touch through. The referee blows for a foul, and that's the first foul of the game, and it's a free kick for the Rebels, and it will be just outside the D of the penalty box. And Dobson and Ben Harris are the two players going across to take this free kick. As the Slough fans in some noise behind that goal to our left hand side. And it's Dobson and Ben Harris standing over this free kick for the Rebels. Central position just outside the D of the penalty area. There's a 6-man wall here for Hampton and Richmond Borough. It's Dobson or Ben Harris. It looks like it's going to be left for Dobson. He takes the ball quickly over the top of the bar, and that is off target for the Rebels. And it's the first effort of the game there, goes high and wide over the top of the bar there. So the season has started. Vanarama are sponsored everywhere around this ground here at the moment, and as if you come through the gate, you'll see a big sign there as we wait for Lovelock, the goalkeeper, to set this back underway here. Ball played in straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. Some Hampton and Richmond Borough fans make their way through to the far side, making their way behind the goal that they're attacking. Throw on the far hand side, taken by Jasmine, or headed away by Ben Davies. As poor head, it's gone out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond Borough. It's about 10 yards inside the Slough half, taken quickly on the far hand side, and Slough have won it through Warren Harris, who plays it down the line. Ball stays in play here, and Chris Flood comes across. He sees the ball played back towards Lovelock, and it's the Hampton and Richmond goalkeeper, no, make the mistake, plays the ball forwards here. Nisbet wins the header here against Dundas. The ball falls though to Dundas, who shields the ball with his body. Ball breaks into the box here for Hampton and Richmond, who score the first goal here of the season. Is Zach Joseph with the goal on 3 minutes to put Hampton and Richmond Borough in the lead. 3 minutes is the goal time. The ball came kindly to him. Dundas held the ball off, played it into the edge of the box, and from just inside the box it was fired home by Zach Joseph on his debut. Signed, one of the many players signed from Hendon, who played the ball and smashed it past the stranded Jack Turner. Hampton Richmond Borough in the lead here with the first effort that they've had of the game, and they're in the lead. So it's Slough 0, Hampton Richmond Borough 1. And before you all start to panic, let me please remind you that every time Slough Bakes and Unders have lost the opening game of the season, they've gone on to get promoted So the ball's here. It's won back by Muriel Williamson, who's now up against Lee Togwell. Togwell wins it back though for Slough and finds George Wells. Wells with the ball back towards Jack Turner. And Turner now plays the ball out here quickly, looking for Warren Harris on the far right hand side. Headed away though by the left back Sprague, and it's out of play for a throw to Rebels. Just outside the 18-yard line. And it will be Togwell to Sam Togwell to take this throw. So going to be a throw here from the centre back. Ball played in, headed away though, and it comes off McLaren. Comes out here to Muriel Williamson. Comes down, plays the ball inside, and Hampton and Richmond with a bit of pace, cleared well. Just misses our commentary position and bounces across there and out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond Borough. And Slough will have a bit of trouble with the pace here of the Hampton and Richmond Borough sides. As the throw comes in here from McLeod Urquhart. It's won back by Simon Dunn towards Dobson. Back here in from Dunn towards Dobson. Dobson plays the ball forwards here, looking for the run of Ben Harris. But Bowery will see that ball across. Plays it with a bit of pace here, and it's controlled well by Sprague on the far hand side. He plays the ball forwards only as far as Sam Togwell. 10 yards inside his own half. He has plenty of time to control the ball and finds Simon Dunn. Dunn with the ball forwards finds Warren Harris. Harris trying to turn, but has the ball taken off him by Sprague, and the ball played forwards here. Togwell underneath it for Slough, just heads it up in the air, and Jackman has to try and get the ball's played through though, and it's come here and cleared. It's come off Chris Dixon. It's a foul though by him. He just sees follow through caught Nisbet, and that's a foul here for Slough, and a free kick which Jack Turner will take. And it's around, just been told to go back a little bit. So about 15 yards inside his own area. And Turner will take this free kick for Slough. And aimed on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. Dobson does well to flick the ball on. Finds Flood. And Flood beats Bray to the ball. Turns, does Flood and tries to get the ball in. He finds George Wells. Wells 30 yards away from goal. Crosses the ball in. Warren Harris trying to get there. Comes through on the far hand side to Ben Harris. Cuts back inside with his left foot. His shot is blocked by Sprague, and it goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels just by the corner flag, and Sam Togwell is the player again who runs across to take that. In case you've missed it so far, Hampton and Richmond have the lead here after 3 minutes through Zach Joseph with the goal, but they have a throw here to the Rebels. A few yards away from the corner flag. Sam Togwell is the player that comes across to take this one. Plays it in here towards Dobson, who plays a high ball in left-footed just over the top of the bar, and that's out of play for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond Borough. So we'll try and keep you up to date with scores from around the other games in the things. Apparently Wealdstone are 2 up. Matt Lynch has scored one of those goals for Wealdstone this afternoon. Lynch, one of only a couple of players who have left the club during the summer. And it's Lynch and Matt Day are the players who have left to go to other clubs, and unfortunately Harrison Gilks has had to retire from football at the age of 24. Ball played forward, headed away by Togwell, comes on the far hand side. Warren Harris just falls, and it's Muriel Williams popping up on the far hand side, cleared by Josh Jackman. The ball here for Ben Harris to chase, and it will be McLeod Urquhart that sees the ball out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond Borough. Coming up to 8 minutes gone here at the moment. It's Hampton and Richmond Borough with the lead here. Throw comes in, comes through to Nisbet, plays it into the centre where Warren Harris wins the header. Headed away though by Bowery. Comes as far as Jackman. Jackman will leave it for Lee Togwell. Togwell chipping the ball into the path of Dobson. Oh, he just can't control it. A little bit too far in front of him, and out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond Borough. Oh, so it's not Matt Lynch that scored. People have got it wrong. Don't worry about that. Wealdstone are 2-0 up though. Goals are also coming in for Billericay. And it's McLeod Urquhart with this throw. Comes through to Dobson. It leaves it for Nisbet to head the ball on. Togwell looking for a foul and wins the foul there for a free kick by McLaren. And Slough have a free kick about 5 yards inside the Hendon half. It will be George Wells who comes across to take this free kick for the Rebels. And Wells just waiting for Sam Togwell to join the attack here for Slough. Plays it in, just way too close to the goalkeeper. That's an easy take for Lovelock in the Hampton Richmond goal. Tries to get them on the attack quickly, and a mistake by Simon Dunn is picked up though by Josh Jackman, who brings the ball out on the right hand side. Jackman then crosses the ball in, bit too close to the goalkeeper again, and Lovelock does well to come and control his box, and assured with the 3 balls into his box so far, but just taking his time on the ball here now. And it's Lovelock still with the ball in his hands. He plays a long ball out here, looking for Dundas on the far hand side, up against Josh Jackman. Dundas turns and keeps the ball in well, plays it off. Jackman for the first corner of the game that goes to Hampton and Richmond. Good work by Dundas, who only signed for the club on Thursday morning. As I'm just being attacked by a fly here. But Hampton just waiting for McLeod Urquhart to run across to take the corner on that far hand side. So now with some defending to do here at the moment. Looks like a lot of people on the goal line here for Hampton and Richmond Borough, who have the lead here, courtesy of that goal by Zach Joseph on 3 minutes. And it'll be an in-swinging corner here for Hampton and Richmond Borough. And it's drilled in with some pace. Headed goal was headed away off the line by Lee Togwell of all people, who heads it. I think Jack Turner might have got to it, but it was headed away by Lee Togwell. And Slough are under the cosh here at the moment at Arbour Park. And it's going to be a corner this time from the left back Oliver Sprague, who's coming across. Again, an in-swinging corner. And Hampton Richmond this time vacate the 6-yard box, and the ball's been played in close to the goalkeeper, missed by everyone, and in fact it comes off the heads of the captain Wellard and goes out of play for a goal kick. So we're 10 minutes gone. It's Slough who are behind here at home to Hampton and Richmond Borough. And Jack Turner will take this goal kick. Chippenham have taken the lead as well. And Turner with this goal kick, dressed all in white here, plays the ball forwards, looking for Dobson, beaten to the ball by McLaren. It comes though free header for Wells. Wells plays it forwards, but it'll go out of play for a throw on the far near hand side, to Hampton and Richmond Borough. McLeod Urquhart will come across to take that chance. And his throw right by the away dugout here will be taken long. And a good long throw here, looking for Dundas. Dundas does well to head the ball on, but was all over the back of Wells, and that is a free kick to the Rebels here. And Wells will leave this free kick for Jack Turner to take. And Turner to take this free kick for Slough, played in this time aimed towards Ben Harris. It's Ben Harris who flicks the ball on. Warren Harris trying to get there, and it's come off the head of Oliver Sprague, and it's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels right by the corner flag. Just went to see if it had gone out for a corner, but it is a throw, and it literally just went the wrong side of the corner flag. So it's a throw for Slough. Sam Togwell, the player, to go down and take that throw. So Togwell just arching his back over the side wall there, plays this long throw into the box, trying to be flicked on well, comes in, Dundas spreads the ball back out, comes to Warren Harris, ball played in, Slough looking for a hand ball there, but it comes back out here to Sam Togwell, lets the ball run out of play for a throw to Slough, a few yards inside the Hampton and Richmond Borough half, taken quickly where it's thrown here to Jack Turner, and Turner 5 yards outside of his penalty area, plays the ball forwards here looking for Ben Harris. It's headed away by Urquhart towards Muriel Williamson. His ball's played on by Dundas, only as far as Wells. And Wells plays it here towards Dobson. Dobson trying to play the ball in, and then Ben Harris is bundled over for a free kick. The referee could maybe have let that play go on, but it's a free kick here to Slough, 25 yards away from goal. And Dobson will be the player that comes across to take this free kick for the Rebels. And it's going to be Dobson to take it. A two-man wall here for Hampton and Richmond Borough. Ryan Bray just been spoken to by the referee here. But the free kick is almost level in line with the tram line of the 18-yard box, but 25 yards away from goal. And Nisbet and Sam Togwell have gone forwards for this free kick from Slough. And it's Dobson to take it right by. It was too close to the goalkeeper again, and it's well taken by Lovelock, who's trying to get Hampton and Richmond on the attack quickly, but Sam Togwell stands in front of him. And the ball's in by Slough, haven't been of the best. Ball's been thrown out here to McLeod Urquhart, who chips the ball down the field. George Wells with the header away, finds Simon Dunn. Dunn plays the ball in, gives the ball away. Togwell gets there first, and it's Dunn who wins the ball back and wins a free kick for a foul there by McLaren. And another free kick here for the Rebels, just inside their own half. And it's going to be George Wells that takes it quickly here towards Mark Nisbet. Back in towards George Wells. Now just a bit sporadic in their play. Looking for Ben Harris. Wins the header, but it's just softly goes through to the goalkeeper Lovelock of Hampton Richmond Borough. And he just takes his time with the ball. They have the lead here at Arbour Park, 1-0. The goal coming from Zach Joseph on 3 minutes. Ball played forwards here. Wells beaten to the ball by Dundas, but it comes into the centre where it's picked up by McLaren. Ball played forwards for Muriel Williamson, but he's offside. And it will be a free kick to the Rebels. And Turner trying to take it quickly, trying to find Ben Harris on the far hand side. Harris misses the ball. He just jumps over, foul by Ben Harris on Sprague. It's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond Borough. And the goalkeeper Lovelock will go across to take that one. We'll see if we can find you some latest scores for you in a second. It's been so long. The trouble is, you see, because you haven't been doing this for so long, there's been like a couple of weeks break. I've forgotten all about how to do this. Also, I keep looking at non-league, and of course we're in the National Vanarama, National South, so it's a different league. I can tell you that Bath are leading Dartford 1-0 as the ball comes in. Togwell with the header away. It's won through by Muriel Williamson, but cleared by Simon Dunn towards George Wells, who plays the ball, and it still stays out of play. No, it just rolls out of play. It's Bath City 1 up against Dartford, Hemel 1 up against Chippenham, it's St Albans 1, Hungerford 1, Truro 0, Billericay 1, and I think that those are the only goals of the game. Again, one there by Dixon. Ball played forwards though by Slough towards Flood. He leaves it for Dobson to play the ball on. Harris wins the header, flicks it into the path of Chris Flood, who comes down the left-hand side, gets in the 6-yard box, plays the ball across, and it's cleared well by Oliver Sprague at the back post, and out of play for a throw to the Rebels. Attacking down the left-hand side. Slough fans starting to make a bit of noise. Quick throw in here gives George Wells a bit of space here to pick a cross out. Crosses on the far hand post. Ben Harris is there, but it's headed away by Bray. And Warren Harris trying to see the ball out for a corner, but it's actually gone out of play for a throw on the far hand side. And a throw to Slough right by the corner flag again down that right hand side. And it's Josh Jackman who will go across to take this throw this time. His short throw in towards Lee Togwell, gets the ball back here towards Jackman, who's caught up there against the goal scorer Zach Joseph, but Togwell gets his cross in. It's a bit deep, and a shout there for McLeod Urquhart, who has time to control the ball and allows it to run out of play for a goal kick to the home side. And Ben Harris just having a bit of a laugh with the right back there, as Ben Harris normally does get involved with the players, just winding them up. Ben and Josh McLeod just having a little bit of banter, let's say, is the polite ways of saying it. But it's a goal kick here by Lovelock, aimed again towards Dundas, who does well again to win the header on, but Dixon couldn't get there for Hampton Richmond Borough. Ball runs straight through towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Plays a long ball forwards here, looking for Chris Flood. He can't win the header, and it's hooked clear. It's blocked by Hampton Richmond Borough, cleared by Ryan Bray, and then played forwards. Josh Jackman will win that ball though, and plays it in towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to find Jackman on the overlap. Jackman gets a lucky ricochet on the right hand side, but Sprague comes across with the tackle to win it. But Warren Harris is chasing him down the line, but Sprague still got there, and he plays it in off, and it's come through here to Wellard, who clears the ball for Hampton and Richmond. Cleared back by Nisbet, headed away by McLaren, only as far as George Wells. Wells heads the ball back in for Slough. Free header for Spray only comes as far as Lee Togwell. In towards Josh Chapman. Now trying to pass the ball around here. It's here with Sam Togwell now. 15 yards inside his own half. Back out to Josh Chapman. Plays it into Ben Harris. Harris leaves it in towards Togwell, but just gets a little knock in the back there, does Ben Harris, and that's a free kick here to Slough, just inside the Hampton and Richmond Borough half. And Sam Togwell just having a word with the referee today, Matthew Russell, just saying, you know, that's it's actually foul number 7. I've got a new app that lets me keep control of it. If the scoreboard was working, it would come through on there, but the scoreboard's not working, so don't worry about that. But Dobson with this free kick here for Slough. Takes it short down the line towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris down the right-hand side, trying to find some space to get his cross in. He gets the cross in, but it's blocked off Rian Bray and comes out for a throw to Slough Den down that far right-hand side. And it will be Sam Togwell again to try and launch a long throw into the box here for Slough. And the ball's been hooked clear in the end by Joseph, only as far as Dobson. Dobson's allowed the ball to bounce. It's cleared by Ricky Wellard. Comes through though to Wells, who chips the ball over on the far hand side. Good ball in, finds Warren Harris. Harris now gets his cross in, and it's the first corner of the game here to the Rebels. And good work by Warren Harris down that far right hand side. And it's James Dobson to take this one, so it'll be an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Again, they're clustered in numbers on that penalty box. They break on the far hand side. Nisbet tries to get there. He'll keep the ball in, but being forced back out wide. In towards Dunn. Oh, Dunn slips. And the ball's here with Joseph. Oh, Joseph just dummies past Lee Togwell. Looks up, tries to play the ball in here for Dixon. Dixon with a face. Oh, he's outpaced Wells on the far hand side. Dixon keeps the ball in right by the corner of the flag. Cuts inside on his left foot. Tries to find... Oh, Dundas just couldn't stretch to get there. And in the end, Nisbet has to clear. And Slough caught on the break by the pace of Hampton and Richmond Borough there. Dundas just couldn't stretch towards that ball. It should have been 2, but Slough were very lucky that Dundas couldn't get to that. It's a throw, though, to Hampton and Richmond Borough. About 5 or 6 yards down this right-hand side. And Slough with some defending to do as McLeod Urquhart takes this throw for the Beavers. Plays it in hard and for Muriel Williamson. Holds the ball up, but plays it straight out of play for a goal kick to Slough. So both teams have had 2 efforts in the game, but it's Hampton and Richmond Borough who leads here with that goal on 3 minutes coming from Zach Joseph. And that's the score here at Arbour Park as we're coming up to halfway through the first half. I'm surprised the referee hasn't called for a drinks break at this time here as the ball had gone out of play. But ball's taken, game's restarted with this goal kick by Jack Turner, who finds Nisbet, then plays it back out here towards Turner, 10 yards outside of his penalty area. Plays the ball out looking for Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball in. Flood beaten to the ball, but Togwell's there after Wellard was stopped by the referee. But Togwell's ball played in for Warren Harris, but behind him, and it goes through to Lovelock in the Hampton Richmond Borough goal, who saves that one nice and easy. And just waits around here for good afternoon to some of you listening. Miles Reardon is listening. Tequila Shark is on. And the ball played out here on the far hand side to the goal scorer Joseph. He'll just go back to Sprague, the left back. And Sprague has time on the ball to play the ball forwards. Headed inwards here looking for Joseph, who hits it from distance. And it's a great save though by Jack Turner. And the shot from 25 yards out by Joseph, who's already scored today, tested Jack Turner, and again it's made a good save for Billericay. Are 2 up now as Turner takes his kick. Ben Harris wins the ball and finds it into the path of Josh Chapman. Chapman down the right hand side, comes back in towards Togwell, back out towards Chapman. Chapman turns, opens his body, plays the ball in looking for Ben Harris, tackled by Bowery. And his ball, though, is given away. It's come back here by Sam Togwell in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn has plenty of time on space on the ball. Finds Nisbet on the right-hand side of the defence in towards Wells. Wells just skips past Muriel Williamson. Has the ball at his feet and finds Lee Togwell inside the centre circle. Back here towards Nisbet. Slough just being forced backwards. Lots of gaps in the Hampton and Richmond Borough gap between their defence and midfield, but Slough can't pick it up at the moment, and it's Nisbet gone to Togwell. Sam Togwell all the way back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Slough just being forced backwards here by Hampton and Richmond Borough, who are working hard when they haven't got the ball, and Slough at the moment don't have an answer to this. Long ball forwards though, looking for Dobson, but it's come off the head of Bray and goes out of play for a throw to Slough down the left hand side. Ball played in at the far post. Warren Harris! Equaliser for the Rebels! The cross comes in from George Wells, and Warren Harris at the back post rises high and equalises for the Rebels on 25 minutes. It's 1-1 here at Arbour Park, and the first real time that a decent cross has come in from the left hand side, and Warren Harris is the player who heads it into the back of the net. 1-1 here at Arbour Park, and Slough for the first time. There's a drinks break going on now. I did say that I thought there'd be a drinks break. There's a drinks break now after the goal, but the cross coming in from George Wells, and his cross at the back post. Lovelock was caught in the centre. Warren Harris rises high for the first goal for the Rebels this season, and it's 1-1 here at Arbour Park, and Slough have had more of the possession here, but that's the first real time that they've had a decent ball into the box, and Warren Harris now playing his 193rd game for the Rebels, goal number 45 in his career for the Rebels here today. And it's 1-1 here. There's a quick drink break.
Anybody who's not on the radio but might be listening close by, use the water break to go and get a beer.
Okay, apparently I've got to tell you, if you're at home, and because there's a water break, please go and grab yourself a beer or make a cup of tea while we have this water break before we restart the game. I don't know why he's telling me to tell people that. You're at home. It's not going to make any money for the club here, is it? I don't know. But there you go. If you follow Slough, you will see that it's on the Twitter page now, the goal. And highlights, as I say, will appear a little bit later, courtesy of our friends at FC Video, who are now sponsored by the Slough Town Supporters Trust. Fear not, Segro do still have a big sponsorship with us, just in different places. So we're about to get the restart of the game here. 1-1 is the score here. And it's going to be Hampton and Richmond Borough with the kick-off. Dixon standing over it. The drinks break is over, and the game restarts. Ball played in here towards Wellard, out here towards McLeod Urquhart, and he chips the ball forward here looking for Dundas, headed away by George Wells. Simon Dunn wins the second head, headed on by Lee Togwell. McLaren with the ball. McLaren comes away with the ball, chips the ball over the top. Nisbet gets a touch to it with his head, and then Wells comes down and clears. It's come through to Nisbet, who hooks clear, and Flood tries to hold the ball up, but it comes off Bowery in towards Bray. Bray plays it back towards his own goalkeeper Lovelock, and under pressure from Ben Harris, Lovelock clears the ball down, looking for Joseph on the far hand side, but headed away by Josh Chapman. Sprague with the header again. Two Slough players come for the ball. Warren Harris, the goal scorer, heads the ball away. Then it's headed on by Wellard, comes towards Josh Chapman, finds Lee Togwell. Togwell in towards Warren Harris. Harris finds Flood. Flood just taken a ball off him by the Hampton and Richmond captain Wellard, who plays the ball down the line, but it will come all the way through to Jack Turner, who just gathers the ball with his feet and plays it back in to his own penalty box. Good afternoon to Ian Marchacho, Stephen Roach, are all listening in. As Turner with this long kick down the field, it's headed away by Sprague. Warren Harris trying to get there. Joseph with the header away, then hooked clear, but Dixon can't get to the ball, and it goes all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal, who again plays the ball forwards, looking for Warren Harris down the far hand side. Sprague with the header away by Hampton Richmond, but goes out of play for a throw to Slough, halfway inside their own half. Jackman takes it quickly towards Tugboat. Jackman just turns, trying to go past a couple of players, still going, getting his shirt tugged, and surely the referee will pull it back for a foul. He doesn't, which is really strange. Ball's played in here towards Joseph, here towards Wellard. Wellard changes the ball down, looking for the run of Dixon, but Nisbet comes across, hooks the ball clear towards Josh Jackman. Jackman turns under the pressure of Dundas, runs into Joseph and gets the ball a throw in for his troubles down that right hand side. And it'll be a throw to Slough just inside their own half. And a small number of Hampton fans making a bit of noise. Ball comes out here towards Nisbet, finds George Wells. He just crosses the halfway line, then chips the ball forward. Poor ball in by him. It's easily hooked clear by Sprague and finds Dixon. Dixon's header is too heavy, but actually finds Wellard and finds Casey McLaren. McLaren under a bit of pressure finds the ball out to Muriel Williamson. First time that he's tried to run at Wells, and Wells is more than equal to that. Brings the ball out here for Slough, then loses it to McLaren down this near hand side. Ball played in early, but it's too close to Jack Turner, and it's a ball easily grasped by the Slough goalkeeper. And he will in turn play the ball down and rolled out here towards George Wells. Wells about to play it in towards Simon Dunn, in towards Nisbet. Now got to be careful. Hampton Richmond Borough pressing up high here, and Wells has to go back towards the goalkeeper. And here with Jack Turner. And Turner plays it out here towards Sam Togwell. Togwell has acres of space to bring the ball forwards here for the Rebels, and finds Josh Jackman on the right hand side. Jackman back in towards Togwell. Togwell has time to pick the ball up, looking for Warren Harris. Harris chests the ball down, but Sprague gets there first, but it comes off Sprague last. It's actually Sprague's been adjudged to have fouled, and it's a free kick to the Rebels on the far hand side, and Dobson is the player that comes across to take this free kick for the Rebels right by the sideline on the far hand side. And it's 25, 30 yards away from goal, but like I say, touching that byline on the far hand side. Plays in with a bit of space, headed away by McLaren up in the air. Ball still bouncing around in the box. Warren Harris tries to guide it goalwards, and Lovelock gathers the ball just underneath his crossbar there. And it's Lovelock again tries to look to get Hampton Richmond on the attack early, but Chris Flood just standing in his way to stop the quick away break on that far hand side. Lovelock still has the ball in his hands here, and the ball played down the field here, looking for Dixon. It comes through to him, but a foot out by Togwell wins the ball, comes back in towards Dixon. Jasmine gets a touch to it. It's here with Lee Togwell, finds Simon Dunn. Dunn chips the ball forwards for Ben Harris. Harris trying to flick the ball into the path for Warren Harris, and yet another foul by Hampton and Richmond. That's foul number 9 by the Beavers this afternoon. Where there's a call out for the donut seller. Someone in the bar must want a donut. That's what it is. So now have a free kick here, just inside their own half, and it's just literally inside the Hampton and Richmond Borough half. And George Wells is the player going to stand over this free kick. Togwell and Nisbet have gone. Sam Togwell and Nisbet have gone forwards for the Rebels. Ball just floated in. Togwell trying to head the ball there. It's Joseph with the header away, only as far as Dobson, who trying to let the ball bounce. Gets his header to it. Zach Joseph there in the end to win and clear. Finds Dixon. Dixon trying to find Williams on this near hand side, but it's well cut out by Wells, who goes back to Sam Togwell's come all the way back to his defensive position and finds Josh Jackman on the right hand side. Jackman trying to play the ball in. It's blocked by Hampton and Richmond Borough. Comes to Zach Joseph, who's trying to find Dixon. Dixon trying to skip past a couple of challenges. Still has the ball in towards McLaren. McLaren under pressure immediately from Slough players. Finds Bowery. Bowery, the ball out here towards Sprague. Sprague inside towards Wellard. Wellard just turns backwards under pressure to Sprague. Finds him. Little dummy there by Dunn. Just lets the ball come into Dixon, but sliding tackle by Josh Jackman wins the ball back there, and Dunn skips past the challenge and wins the ball just running on. Finds Warren Harris. Harris just closes it down towards Josh Jackman. Ball chip forwards for Dobson, but Dobson's offside, and that's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond Borough. 33 minutes gone of this first half. It's Slough 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 1. Goal by Zach Joseph on 3 minutes for the visitors. Equaliser by Warren Harris on 25. And it's a free kick here for Hampton and Richmond Borough, halfway inside their own half. Goalkeeper Lovelock will be the player that takes it. And long ball in, looking for Dundas. Oh, and Nisbet, I don't know if he got a shout or something. He ducks underneath the ball, and it almost fell through to Dundas, who just couldn't stretch towards the ball. Long kick here by Turner, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris does well to flick the header on. It goes straight out of play, though. Ben Harris can't get there. And out of play for a throw to Hampton Richmond on the far hand side. Sprague, the left back, will take this. And eventually he'll take it. And a little long throw by him. Well won by Jackman, whose header comes back here towards Sprague, who heads the ball on. William Harris with the header, then Dunn flicks the ball on, finds Chris Flood. Flood trying to overhead kick into the path of Ben Harris. Ben Harris comes down the right hand side, keeps the ball in. Oh, skips past Bowery and gets caught. Foul number 10, and that has got to be the first yellow card of the afternoon, surely. How can you have 10 fouls in one half and not have at least a yellow card? And it is a yellow card to Bowery for that challenge on Ben Harris. It's a free kick to the Rebels. Bowery gets the first player booked this afternoon, and Dobson will take the free kick for the Rebels. And it's kind of like a short corner in hockey. If you've been watching the hockey, it's a few feet inside from the corner flag, almost on the byline is where the free kick is. James Dobson, the player to take this free kick here for Slough, with a left-footed in-swinging free kick. Nisbet and Sam Togwell again up there. Hits it with some power. Goes forwards. Or it's Flood who flicks the header on there, but it's off target and over the top of the bar. And out of play for a goal kick to the visitors, Hampton and Richmond. And we're into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Ooh, funny noise there. Was that me? Was that my tummy rumbling? So there you go. So it's going to be a goal kick here for Hampton and Richmond, taken by the goalkeeper Lovelock. And aimed here, looking for Williamson, but headed away by James Dobson. Ben Harris flicks the ball on, but he goes out of play and out for a throw to the visitors. And McLeod Urquhart is the player that takes this throw for Hampton and Richmond. Gets a little bit of height on there. Dundas trying to battle for it. Comes through towards Wells. Comes off Wells last. It'll be a throw to Hampton and Richmond. Much to the annoyance of the Slough management team, who thought the last touch came off Muriel Williamson. But it's McLeod Urquhart with the throw down this right-hand side, right by the home dugout. So about halfway inside the Slough half. And McLeod Urquhart just waiting for a bit of movement here before he puts a long throw into the box. Nisbet wins the header well, then headed away by Lee Togwell. I come out here towards Sprague, the left back, who takes a volley from distance, which is high and well over the top of the bar, and out for a goal kick. So 1-1 is the score here at Arbour Park as we go into the final 8 minutes of the first half here in Arbour Park. Just blazing this glorious sunshine that we've been having here. No signs of burnt out pitch on this 4G. And don't forget that we'll give you the half-time quiz soon. As Turner takes this goal kick, Flood raises high to win the header, but heads it the wrong direction into the path of Joseph. Joseph flicks the ball on here to Dixon. Dixon has a chance to run at Togwell. Cuts inside on his left-hand side and finds McLaren. McLaren bit of space here. Gives the ball here to McLeod Urquhart. Has plenty of time to chip the ball forward. It's an easy header for Sam Togwell. Trying to find Lee Togwell. First to the ball though is Wellard. And it comes out here towards Sprague. Sprague crosses in. Flancing header though by Dixon, just wide of the goal. And it skims across the face of the goal, but a good couple of feet away and out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. And it's going to be Jack Turner that will take this goal kick for Slough. As we wait for Turner with this long kick aimed here towards Ben Harris, who flicks the ball on. It comes back out here towards Harris. Harris trying to barge himself down the right-hand side against Joseph. Joseph trying to mark him up. The ball's gone out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond. Ben Harris just couldn't keep it in. It's out of play. And it'll be a throw for them just level with their 18-yard box. You're all keeping me up to date with the scores here, which I'm very grateful for. As we wait for this throw to come in on the far hand side by Sprague. Comes all the way through to Jackman. Jackman's little header, headed on though by Dundas to find Dixon. Dixon trying to control it on his chest. Dunn gets a touch to it. It comes out towards Warren Harris. Dixon just sticks a long leg out, wins the ball but can't keep it in play. It's out of play for a throw to Slough. And Dixon has strained his calf or ankle as he's stretched for that ball there. And just going to see if he needs some treatment. No, he's going to be fine. Excuse me, mid-yawn now. It's going to be a throw to the Rebels. Just on the halfway line. Josh Chapman will be the player that will take this throw. And it's allowed to bounce. Barry doesn't do the best there. Flood holds his body up to try and win the ball. Still running down this near hand side. Tries to get across in. Oh, mistake here. Trying to come to Dobson. It's cleared well by McLeod Urquhart. Only as far as Lee Togwell. Togwell has Wells here in a bit of space. Wells up against Mira Williamson, crosses in. Ball's hooked clear by Wellard. It will come back out here towards Lee Togwell. Takes it down on his chest. Oh, his played ball isn't the best. It's won by McLaren and finds Muriel Williamson down this right hand side. Tries to go past Wells. Wells beats him to the ball but can't keep it in play. Out of play for a throw to Slough. To Hampton and Richmond Borough. And again, McLeod Urquhart is the player that will take this throw for the visitors. And his throw finds Morale Williamson, who holds the ball up. Back into Urquhart, and it's headed away by Nisbet. Finds Lee Togwell, holds the ball up here under pressure, being fouled here, and he wins a free kick there. And it's a free kick to the Rebels, 15 yards inside their own half. George Wells will be the player who takes this one. And just making sure that our cameraman's got that shot going. He knows the shot. I know he's looking. He's laughing at me. He knows what we're talking about. Turner's to take this goal kick here for free kick for the Rebels. Aim to the far hand side, looking for Ben Harris. It'll be Warren Harris who keeps the ball in on that far hand side by the corner flag. Finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris trying to get across in, and the ricochet is hooked clear by Sprague, and it comes out here towards Dixon. Dixon though beaten to the ball by Sam Togwell, and then Dundas comes charging through. Sam Togwell heads the ball away, only as far as McLaren. McLaren's ball clean, one back here by Simon Dunn. Dunn's ball over the top, looking for Warren Harris to chase. Bowery comes across, hooks the ball out and into St Joseph's School on the far hand side. That'll do the elderly ball boy some fun on that far side. Then have to go jump over the fence to get that one. It's a throw here. Looks like Sam might have a slight injury, but it's a quick throw in here by Josh Chapman, in towards Ben Harris, comes out back out towards Chapman, in towards Harris. Harris trying to win the free kick and wins another soft free kick going down. Foul number 12 of the half here by Hampton and Richmond Borough. Slough have only actually conceded one foul so far in these first 42 minutes, but Hampton and Richmond Borough have conceded 12. The free kick will come in from James Dobson. So around about 22, 23 yards out, but again down that right hand touchline is where the ball is, and Dobson will take this one. You might just hit this with a bit of pace into the penalty area. Two-man wall here for Hampton. As the referee just gets into place. Dobson to take this one, hits it hard and low, and it comes off Sprague for the corner, second corner for the Rebels of the game. And Dobson goes over quickly to take it. Sam Togwell and Nisbet have stayed forwards for this corner to come in from this right hand side. So it's going to be an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Warren Harris just goes short here and gets the free kick corner back out here by Dobson. Dobson whips it in with some pace. It's a free header for Nisbet, but it just bounces on top of the net there. And it's out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond Borough. 1-1 is the score here as we go into the final couple of minutes of this first half. And so just waiting for Lovelock, the goalkeeper, to take this one. It's Hemel 2, Chippenham 2 is the latest scores, but we'll give you the half-time scores as well as our half-time quiz for you. As Lovelock takes this goal kick aimed towards Dundas, does as well to win the header high up in the air. Joseph wins the next one, but it falls kindly towards Lee Togwell, who turns out of trouble well and brings the ball out here towards George Wells. Wells being able to go forward, plays the ball in, slipped there by Bowery. Ben Harris trying to win the ball back. Wellard though has it for Hampton and Richmond, and then finds Sprague. Sprague with the ball forwards towards Dixon. Dixon takes it on his chest in towards Zach Joseph, the goal scorer. He's going to knock it past, runs into Josh Jackman, and it's a throw on the far hand side. I think Joseph was looking for a free kick. He knocked it into Jackman and then tried to run past him, but to no avail. And it's Sam Togwell that will very slowly go and get the ball for this throw to come in. Minute to go before the half-time whistle, unless there's anything to be added on. And it's Sam Togwell just gently jogging to his position and throws the ball to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just plays the ball high into the glorious sunshine. Underneath it is Joseph, but it comes through to Lee Togwell, who spreads it down the field automatically. Ball is headed away though, and it's gone out of play for a throw to the Rebels, just inside the just on the halfway line, to be honest. It's actually been given by the referee here. And his throw comes in, looking for Flood. Flood looking for a foul, doesn't come. And Dundas, 2 minutes of added time to be played. Ball comes through here towards Dixon. Dixon trying to flick the ball on. Oh, Joseph gets behind the Slough defence, coming down that left-hand side. Togwell's had to come across for him. He's going to have to turn and keep the ball in, does Joseph. Does well. Plays it in. It's a poor cross, though. It's well cut out by Josh Jackman, and Jackman can clear for Slough. Looking for Flood. Flood holds the header up, but it's just behind Ben Harris, and out of play for a throw to Hampton down the near-hand side. And it's going to be a quick ball. Ball goes in. Oh, Ben Harris just sliding in on the goalkeeper, Lovelock, who'd had the ball at his feet, and Lovelock got away with that one. Dundas flicks the ball on, looking for Dixon. Dixon will keep the ball in on that far-hand side, up against Nisbet, trying to go round him. Nisbet holding him up. Oh, great defending by Mark Nisbet. He gets tackled inside the box. Dixon goes down inside, looking for a penalty. Ball still bouncing around. It's here with Joseph. Joseph plays a bit of space, headed away by Josh Chapman, comes here to McLaren, hits the ball on the volley, but it's well wide of the goal. It's an easy take there by Jack Turner, who tries to get Slough on the attack, but Bray with the ball, who plays the ball forwards, and it will come through to Turner in the Slough goal. Penalty shot by Hampton and Richmond there, not given by the referee, as Dixon did a little twist and turn but fell into the player. Ball played forwards here, it's been left by Flood, and it's come through to Josh Chapman. Oh, there's a bit of a noise coming from this microphone, apologies. Flood with the header break. Barry just knocks it high up into the air. Underneath it is Muriel Williamson, whose touch is good, finds McLaren, and McLaren's ball will go all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal. So, and Turner has the ball at his feet here inside the penalty area. And just waiting until we've got about 30 seconds of this first half still to go. Turner, long kick down the field here, looking for Dobson, and the referee says no, that's it, full time, half time even. Half time here at Arbour Park. It's 1-1 is the score here. Apologies if you're getting a little bit of buzzing noise as the microphone here. We're having a few problems. We will give you the half-time scores from around the other games in the National League South as it is. But at the moment, Guy Hollis, how are you doing? Food good? Eh? Guy Hollis injured here at the moment. For those of you who are interested, he has what is called a dead glute, which apparently is not only is it a dead glute, but sometimes you could call it a pain in the yes. That's why Guy Hollis isn't on the squad this afternoon. He's got a dead glute is the official words, which means he's got a pain in his bottom. So there you go. We'll give you all the gossip. We don't need to paper over the cracks with any kind of thing. Oh, thank you. So I'm just buying us a drink there at half time, which is always nice. This hot summer's day. So we do a half-time quiz, and I thought that what I'd do as it's our first game here in the National League South for this season, I'm going to give you the name of 5 grounds, And what I want you to do, without cheating, is tell me who plays at these grounds. So this is your half-time quiz for this afternoon. Just let me have a quick drink of water.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, so your first ground, I want to know which National League South side plays at Park View Road. So which National League side plays at Park View Road? Also, the next one is who plays at Woodspring Stadium. So which National League South team play at Woodspring Stadium? For third one, which National League South side plays at Rookery Hill? Yes, that is the name of their ground, Rookery Hill. I'll give you, some of you may have been there many moons ago. There was, Slough did play at that ground, I do remember it well. A nice one for you. Which team in this National League South play at Priory Lane? Priory Lane. And your final one, and a bit of a local one, just to tease you there. Which team in the National League South play at Vauxhall Road? That's Vauxhall Road. So your 5 teams that I want you to tell me who play at these grounds. It's Parkview Road, Woodspring Stadium, Rookery Hill, Priory Lane, or Vauxhall Road. Do that without cheating. Do that without looking at the internet. If you're on Twitter, you can tweet your answers. Or if you're listening, Michael Fearon, I don't know if he's just guessing or if he's just put a name in. I'm hoping that's a guess. But there you go. So, as you waiting, what are you waiting for? Half-time scores? Just, we've got to let's see if those are all through. That one's not confirmed yet at the moment, but those are so we'll give you the half-time scores, and while our Tannoy man Chris writes them down. You go for it. No, you can't talk to anyone. You're not allowed this microphone. Right, so half-time scores for you are Bath City 1, Dartford 1, Chelmsford 0, Torquay 0, Concord Rangers 1, Gloucester 0, East Thurrock 0, Woking 0, Hemel Hempstead 2, Chippenham 2, Oxford City 0, Eastbourne 0, Slough 1, Hampton and Richmond Borough 1, St Albans 1, Hungerford 1, Truro 0, Billericay 2, Wealdstone 0, Weston-super-Mare 0, and Wedding 0, Dulwich Hamlet 0. Those are your scores for this afternoon. And there you go. So it's quite unusual actually bringing you those scores. I try and find you the scores from the National League Southern Premier League just for a laugh, but I keep remembering they've changed it all. There's 2 leagues in there now, isn't there? So there you go. Okay, so while you're mulling over those facts that we gave you, for those of you that don't know, up-and-coming games for the Rebels on Tuesday night, Slough are away to Chippenham Town. That's the 7th of August. Slough will be away. It's a 7:45 kickoff. There is a supporters coach, and more details of the supporters coach bookings can be found on their website. Then we've got on next Saturday, Slough will be away at Gloucester City. Please be aware that Gloucester City actually play at Evesham United's ground, so you do need to go to the Jubilee Stadium, Evesham, for that game. Then Slough have 2 home games after that. On the 14th of August, they're at home to Weston-super-Mare, and on the 18th of August, they are at home to Torquay United. Miles Reardon's had a guess at the teams. Miles, you've only got 1 right so far. So there you go. Marchesha asked if it's a big crowd. At the moment, the figures haven't been given. I will try and find out the crowd for you. But I would guess, personally, you'd be talking about 750, 800 here. That's just my view from what I would guess. But I will give you that detail here. Stephen Roach has had a go. He's not got them in the right order, but he's got 3 of the clubs. So you got 3, but not necessarily in the order that I've read them. So I'll read them again. The clubs that we want are Parkview Road is the stadium, Woodspring Road, Rookery Hill, Priory Lane, and Vauxhall Road. Those are your ones that you need to try and find the teams from. Stephen, you've got 3, but not in the right order. So there you go. So we've just got some half-time things for you. I can just tell you that if you are interested in player sponsorship, you can do so on. If you come down to the game, you need to speak to Alan Harding for that. If you have a company that's local, you would like to get them through, speak to our commercial department. We can get you a board up round the side. National League coverage. Don't forget, there is now, because we're in the National League, there is a highlights programme, which I believe is going to be on the Free Sports channel, which is something like 220 odd. If you've got like a free view box, 220 odd something is Free Sports. I believe that they are doing a National League highlights thing, and I think you'll see gold clips of that. It is more obviously for the National League rather than the South or North. But yes, those are the other things that you can do. Highlights will be available from SC Video when they are allowed to, because we're in this higher league. You have to remember that the league and their broadcasters get it first. So there you go. I'll give you the stats from the first half in a second. And keep you up to date with your guesses. Miles Ridden's got a £40 treble on Oxford, Wealdstone and Hemel. So at the moment you're not doing too well, but it's early days. So Hampton, Richmond, Borough are our visitors this afternoon.
You okay, little one?
Yeah. And I can tell you that the last time that Slough played Hampton and Richmond Borough, they lost 4-2. That was the season that Hampton and Richmond Borough actually won. Slough were already relegated at that time. And Hampton and Richmond won. Slough's goals came from 2 goals from Matty Miller. Very rare thing was Matty Miller actually scoring 2 goals for you. And there you go. Stevens Roach is trying to correct his thing by saying he's got St Albans and Hemel mixed up. Is it? I'm not going to tell you. You may well be right with one of those, Stephen. Well done. But you haven't got them in an order. But I'll give you a clue at a bit later before we kick off. Yes, the last time that Slough actually won against Hampton and Richmond Borough, they've only played previously 14 times. Slough won 2, drawn 5 and lost 7. And the last victory that Slough had over Hampton and Richmond Borough was in the Ryman League Cup final, which was played at Staines Town. Slough won 3-1 with goals from Josiah Carbon, although it was a cross. It was one of those crosses, you know, when they cross it, it goes right into the opposite top corner. And 2 goals from club legend Ian Hodges. So yes, there you go. That was the last time that these 2 clubs met. Slough have only ever beaten Hampton and Richmond twice in 14 appearances. Slough also home today on the opening fixture of the season. In the last 10 years, Slough have played at home 8 times in those last 10 years. Only twice been drawn away. So that's a bit of information for you. I can tell you that today's game is sponsored by Daniel, or in memory I should say, of Danny Wall, who is the father of Kieran Wall, who's a Slough Town fan, who sadly his father Danny passed away during the closed season, and this game is sponsored by Kieran Wall in memory of Danny Wall, and today's ball sponsor is Mark Bevan. While you're still having a guess at that 5 clubs, Rebels Radio had some bad news during the summer. If any of you have been on the forum, the little chat room that you can see that comes up, the comments and comes through, you would have heard of someone called Mick Langley. Mick Langley was a local guy. Now, if you don't know or hadn't heard of Mick passed away, unfortunately. His funeral was last week. Sorry, this week actually was on Tuesday, just gone actually. Mick was a guy who was in a wheelchair. He was actually the last Paralympic snooker gold medalist. He won gold medal for snooker for Great Britain in 1988. He used to spend his winters in Australia, and he used to tune in at ridiculous times in the morning to listen to me here on Rebels Radio, and we'd like to dedicate today's match commentary to Mick Langley, who may you rest in peace up there with the Angels. Okay, so we've got should be the second half starting in a second. So we will some of the players just coming out. So just try and give you the scores from some of the other bits of leagues. Obviously, the Premier League hasn't started just yet. So we'll give you the scores from the Championship as it is. It's Birmingham 0, Norwich 0, Brentford 2, Rotherham 0, Bristol City 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Ipswich 1, Blackburn 2, Millwall 2, Middlesbrough 0, Preston 0, QPR 0, West Brom 1, Bolton 1, and Wigan 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. We'll just keep an eye out as the players come back, whether there are any half-time substitutions for you. Some of the players are just out here at the moment, but there you go. We'll just keep our eye out on that information for you. So as we're about to come back to the start of the second half, I think what we should do is give you the answers to our quiz. Some of you got some of them right. I didn't see anyone get all of them right. There was one team I think that you guys were missing, but the teams were, I wanted you to tell me who played at these grounds. There is going to be a substitution for the Rebels actually. Okay, so we're waiting on confirmation of the substitution. Right, so the answers to your quiz were Parkview Road is the home of Welling United. The one that nobody put up on the board was Woodspring Stadium is the home of Weston-super-Mare. Rookery Hill is the home of East Thurrock United. Priory Lane is Eastbourne Borough, and Vauxhall Road is Hemel Hempstead. So it looks like we got a substitution for the Rebels. Coming on definitely is Scott Davies. It looks like it's Lee Togwell is the player who is coming off, and that is the substitution. So the substitution. I'm not sure if you're picking up a little noise that's kind. I don't know if it's me or if it's something else, but there is a little bit of a noise coming through. I've got a different table here today. My car broke down this morning. I had to borrow someone's car, and my little table that I broadcast from is stuck in the car. So hopefully it's all coming through to you nice and clear. And but we'll see how it goes. Let's just have a look and see if there's any substitutions for Hampton and Richmond Borough. None at the moment. So your starting 11s are for Slough: Jack Turner in goal, 2 Josh Jackman, 3 George Wells, 4 Sam Togwell, 5 Mark Nisbet, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood, 11 Warren Harris, 14 Scott Davies. For Hampton and Richmond Borough, it's Tom Lovelock in goal, 2 Josh McLeod Urquhart, 3 Oliver Sprague, 4 Ricky Wellard, 5 Ryan Bray, 6 Dan Bowery, 7 Zach Joseph, 8 Casey McLaren, 9 Craig Dundas, 10 Chris Dixon, and 11 Reece Muriel Williamson. We are just waiting for the referee to start the second half here this afternoon. Yeah, just waiting for Matthew Russell to get that going. Just counting a quick count of the players. And the second half will start. The bar still very popular behind us here. And Hampton and Richmond will have just waiting for James Dobson to get into position. And the referee is almost ready. Hampton and Richmond with the kick-off. They're going from right to left. And the ball played out here to McLeod Urquhart for the ball played in here towards Dundas. Dundas controls the ball and finds Muriel Williamson on the far hand side. Skips past the challenge and puts a cross in immediately. Looking for Zach Joseph. Josh Jackman's underneath it, trying to guide it out. It's kept in well by Joseph to find Sprague. Sprague in towards Wellard. Wellard with a little ball in here, finding Dixon. Dixon holding the ball up well against Sam Togwell. Ball just he just treads on the ball and allows Togwell the chance to clear, and Dowry wins the ball here and finds Wellard. Wellard plays the ball in towards Dixon. Dixon's offside, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels, and they're going to allow Jack Turner to be the player that comes across to take that one. Please be aware that there is a new Slough shirt this season, and you can order that from the club shop, online or at the ground from the club shop. Free header there for McLeod Urquhart to head the ball away. Comes through to Muriel Williamson. Wells gets a touch in to find Dunn. Dunn with the ball over the top, trying to find Ben Harris. Harris heads the ball, but heads it in the wrong direction. He goes out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond down their left-hand side. And it'll be Sprague who will take this throw for the visitors here. Just asking for people to come a little bit closer for him. As the ball played over the head of Dundas, and Dixon gets there first but can't keep the ball in. And oh no, the mistake has got in. Ball's come through to Muriel Williamson. He tries to get a shot. He takes a shot, and it's just off target. Slough stopped because they thought the ball had gone out of play. The linesman didn't signal it, and Muriel Williamson had the chance there. Just took the ball, just didn't get close enough to the goal, and his shot was easily gathered by Jack Turner. Ball played in here towards Nisbet. It's been thumped into him. Ball played forwards. Ryan Bray just controls the ball down on his chest and then clears long for Hampton. Underneath that is Nisbet. Oh, Nisbet's header is poor. It comes through to Dixon. Dixon in towards Dundas. Tries to play the ball forwards. Coming through on the far hand side is Muriel Williamson, but Sam Togwell comes across. And I just say Togwell now because Lee's come off. So there you go. Togwell is now Sam Togwell. It's out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond, roughly about 20 yards away from the Slough goal. McLeod Urquhart is the player that will take this. And he takes it short to Joseph. Joseph finds McLaren in towards Wellard. Wellard looks and plays a little no-look ball in towards Dixon. Ball just skims off the turf and goes through to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner tries to get Ben Harris on the thing there. Ben Harris just stops there. I don't know what's happened, but he's won a free kick. Bowery is the player that's done the foul. Hampton and Richmond are incensed by the referee's decision, and Bowery is on a yellow card. It looks as though Ben Harris just stood there and that Bowery ran into it. That it's a foul, it's not a yellow card, but the referee is surrounded by a couple of Hampton and Richmond players. Bowery is on the floor. And the referee is just given a free kick. He hasn't given a yellow card. If he had, Bowery would have been off the pitch. But as it is, it's a free kick to Slough. And 30 yards away from goal. Standing over it is Scott Davies and James Dobson. So it gives the goalkeeper, doesn't know whether it's going to go from one side or the other. Both can whip it in with either their right or their left foot. It's going to be left here for Dobson. He goes for goal. Oh, it's just wide of the near post there. Lovelock was just had to be on his toes just to watch that ball just go wide of the goal. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Hampton and Richmond Borough. As Lovelock comes to take this kick. Long kick here. Togwell underneath it. Wins it against Dundas. But it's one back by McLaren there for Hampton and Richmond. Wells under pressure from Williams. Wells does well to clear. It's going to be a free header for McLeod Urquhart. And Dunn wins the next header to find Dobson. Dobson little flicky and finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris controls. Back here towards Dobson. Dobson looks to try and find the run of Chris Flood. Price Spray comes in with the header away. The ball will come down here towards Bowery. Just clattered by Ben Harris. And a free kick given to Hampton and Richmond Borough. Slough's second foul of the day. Surprisingly with Ben Harris. And the Hampton Richmond captain just going across to the referee saying, look, he didn't, no way of playing the ball there. I don't think he was trying to do, but there you go. And it's a free kick here for Hampton and Richmond. The goalkeeper will take it just a couple of yards outside of his penalty area. And it's Lovelock to take this free kick. And hammers that down the field here, looking for Dixon. Dixon jumps early, flicks the ball on, headed away by Jackman, comes here towards Scott Davis. His little cushion path into the path of Warren Harris. Harris chips the ball forward, looking for Ben Harris. Ryan Bray with the clearance. Josh Jackman's underneath it for Slough. Clears at the second attempt, finds Scott Davies. Davies goes all the way back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner chased down by Dixon, has to clear in a hurry. Ball played forward. Sprague wins the header. Then Jackman wins the ball, heads it off. I thought he headed it off Dundas, but the referee says it's a throw towards Hampton and Richmond, but strange decision. Sprague takes it, finds Dundas. Dundas robbed of the ball by Scott Davies. Davies still has the ball, chips the ball down the field, looking for the run of Flood. Flood keeps the ball in, turns past Ryan Bray, just being forced wide by him, and wins a corner for his efforts by coming down the near hand side, playing it off Bray for a corner. The first of the second half and the third of the game for the Rebels here this afternoon. It's Dobson who goes across to take this corner for Slough. It'd be an in-swinging corner for Dobson to take. Warren Harris again makes this run towards the ball, drags out two players, and Dobson tries to whip it in with some pace. Easily headed away by Sprague. Comes out, headed back in by Dunn. Ball's bouncing around. Bowery with the ball. Comes out, flicks out to Warren Harris. Come on. Come on. I can't see what's going on, but the ball's just bouncing around. And it's cleared by Bowery. Comes here towards Sam Togwell. Togwell spreads the ball out here towards Wells. Wells chips the ball looking for Nisbet, who stayed forwards. Holds the ball up well, trying to just play the ball in. Inside here towards George Wells. Wells with a chance to chip the ball in. Looking at the far post for Warren Harris. Sprague's there to try and guard it. Comes off Sprague. Oh, it's a corner, referee. Oh, that is terrible refereeing. Sprague tries to shield the ball, and as he shields the ball, comes off him last, and it goes out of play. But the linesman said it came off Warren Harris. But there you go. Crazy decisions by the referee. But as it is, it's a goal kick here to Hampton and Richmond. Lovelock, the goalkeeper, to take it. And long kick forwards here, again aimed towards Dundas, who flicks the ball on. Intercepted well by Jackman, who plays down the field. And underneath it is Bray, who picks the ball out, comes into the box here underneath us. And it's a throw to the Rebels. Quickly taken by Jackman into the path for Davis. Davis just plays it straight out of play under pressure. And it's out for a throw to Hampton and Richmond. It's Sprague who takes the throw. Well headed away by Josh Jackman. Ball comes in and finds Ben Harris. Harris trying to chip the ball over towards Flood. He just realises that's the wrong ball. And it's here with the goalkeeper Lovelock. Plays the ball down here looking for Dundas. Dundas beaten to the ball by Sam Togba. Then Davis comes across and controls the ball still. Plays the ball down the field. Bowery will get the... mistake by him. Ball will fall for Sprague and Flood dives in on him, but Sprague gets the ball back here towards his goalkeeper. And it'll be cleared by Lovelock again, looking for Dixon. Dixon gets a touch on the header there, but Josh Jackman will see the ball out for a goal kick to the Rebels. And the first 10 minutes has almost come up. 9 minutes gone. It's not a lot happening in the second half so far. Still 1-1 the score between the two sides. And I can tell you that Hemel Hempstead are 3-2 up at home to Chippenham Town. As Turner takes this goal kick for Slough. Long ball. Played in here for Harris. Harris does well to flick the header on. Cleared by Bowery on the volley. Finds Dixon. Dixon's ball inside to Dundas. Dundas finds McLaren. McLaren just dropped deep. Little ball over the top looking for Morel Williamson. Wells is there to hold him off there and does really well. Plays it back towards his goalkeeper. Good defending there by George Wells. And plays the ball forwards for Flood. Flood trying to use his body to get there first. Sprague just gets his body in the way, and Sprague just goes past the run of Dunn. Plays it out here towards Joseph. Closed down by Jackman. Ball played in, intercepted well by Sam Togwell. and Togwell just plays it in towards Davies. Davies finds Flood. Oh, Flood trying to do a little chip flicky thing, and it's come back here towards Hampton Richmond with Joseph. Crosses the halfway line, plays the ball across here towards McLeod. It's a little flick himself and into the path here of McLeod Urquhart. He looks up, looking for the ball into the box. Oh, he's left it, and Dundas tries to get there. Turner gets a touch to it, and then the ball is picked up by Turner. Slough at 6s and 7s. No communication between Togwell, Nisbet and the goalkeeper. Wells coming down the left hand side, cuts inside with the ball, travelled 45 yards, finds Flood, who's dropped a little bit deeper. Flood trying to make a bit of space for himself, plays it out here towards Warren Harris. Harris down this right hand side, gets his cross in, it hits Sprague out for a corner to the Rebels. Their 4th of the game, but it's still just 1-1 here, and the Slough fans just slowly getting their voices back. It's going to be Dobson again with this in-swinging corner for Slough. And it's people just stand in the way. Ball played in deep post. Comes through to the far hand side. It was Warren Harris again who gets in there. It's cleared by a body in there. Goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And hooks away. And it's a throw on the far hand side. Looks like Scott Davis will be the player that goes across to take this one for Slough. Scott Davis has played 15 times for the Rebels. He's only been on the losing side once. And his long throw comes in here to the box. Headed away easily by Bray. Comes back out here towards Davies. Davies just shielding the ball. Let the ball go back out for a throw. Takes his throw quickly to find Warren Harris. Harris under pressure. Little 1-2 with Dobson. Harris breaks into the box. Just defended well by McLeod Urquhart. It's gone out of play for I think the linesman has set a corner on the far hand side. Looked like it was a throw. Percy comes to take the corner quickly in towards Dobson. Dobson with a power to shoot. It's blocked. It's come off McLeod Urquhart. Corner number 6. It'll be for the Rebels. Good thinking by Scott Davis. They took the corner early, but it's Davis standing over this one. It'll be another in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. So again with a bit of movement. Ball's played into the box. It's headed, punched away. Comes out here towards Dunn. Takes a touch. Flicks off away. Comes out here though towards Dixon. Dixon with a lovely little flick. Oh, and Muriel Williamson couldn't control the ball at full pace. And it's a throw to the Rebels. They could have been on the counter-attack. They could Hampton. But Slough just waited. Sam Togwell to come across to take this throw here for Slough. Aims his long throw in towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris goes down under the challenge of Bowery. Ball flicked on here by Dundas. Underneath it is Wells. His ball finds Josh Chapman. Chapman plays the ball, takes a deflection off Joseph. It's a throw to the Rebels. Quickly taken in towards Warren Harris. Harris trying to flick the ball in to find Chapman. Ball comes in here towards Ben Harris. He slips on the ball. Warren Harris gets a cross in, whips it in, but it's easy for Lovelock to claim. And he'll just slow the game down here. Slough fans finally getting their voice here this second half. Long kick by Lovelock. Nicholas Bit wins the header and then clears. Only as far as McLaren though. His header trying to find Muriel Williamson. Well cleared by Wells. And Ben Harris flicks the ball into the path. He's got the ball back. Trying to flick it in towards. He's looking for a handball there by Bray. Not given. And then this bit's there's an offside here against Hampton and Richmond Borough. Slough appealing for a handball as Ben Harris tried to flick the ball into Chris Flood. But it's a free kick for a handball. Sorry, for an offside. How can he be offside there? He's given offside inside the Hampton thing. The linesman was standing like 4 or 5 yards back inside the Slough half. That's what I don't get. Ball played in. Lovelock comes for it, gathers it underneath the pressure of Chris Flood. And it'll be Lovelock, the goalkeeper, to take this. Long kick here by Lovelock down the field, looking for Muriel Williamson. Well headed away by George Wells. He's having a solid game. That's going to be the commentator's jinx if ever I've heard it. And the ball thrown into Dundas. Dundas holds the ball up. Back out here to McLeod Urquhart. He has time to put his cross in. Dixon takes it on the chest. It's a volley there. Comes off the back of Togwell. And that's a corner for Hampton Richmond. Only their second of the game. And it's going to be McLeod Urquhart that goes across to take this corner. Again, Slough have had far more of the possession and play in this second half, but they haven't tested the goalkeeper yet. And it's going to be McLeod Urquhart indicating what he's going to do for. Chips the ball in here, looking for McLaren. McLaren grappling there with Josh Jackman. It's a free kick to the Rebels. And it's going to be Jack Turner that will take this free kick. And the free kick inside the Slough box. Taken long here, looking for Chris Flood. There's a wasp right near me. Flood's header comes out here towards Warren Harris. So Jack Joseph gets his body in the way, comes through to Sprague, the left back, who clears underneath the thing. Comes out here looking for Dobson on the left-hand side, only as far as McLeod Urquhart. He just plays the ball down the field, looking for Dundas. Dundas holds the ball up well, then spreads it out to Muriel Williamson down this right-hand side. Just has the ball, running at George Wells, cuts inside, still with the ball, cuts inside another, gets a shot in, it's well blocked by George Wells again. Headed away by McLaren, in towards Wellard. Hampton still with the goal, giving the ball away to James Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run, he's got a chance to run at McLeod Urquhart, going to cut inside him, still running with the ball, travelled 50-60 yards, still going down that left-hand side. Just comes off McLeod Urquhart last for a throw. And it's... I thought Slough had taken it quickly, but they're just going to wait a second there. And it's... throw comes in from George Wells, in towards Simon Dunn, back here towards Wells. Wells trying to cross. His cross is blocked. It's straight back out of play for another throw. And it's Wells to take it on the far hand side. Gets it in towards Nisbet, back in towards Wells. Wells looks up this time and gets his cross in. Free header for Ben Harris. It's just wide of the goal though, and off target. But good possession there by Slough, and again a good cross into the box. This time by George Wells, and it's going to be a goal kick here to Hampton and Richmond. Gary McCann, who played 25 games for the Rebels in his days, was the new Hampton manager. He shouting some instructions to his team here. And the kick from Lovelock, aimed towards Dundas, comes off Dundas' shoulder, okay, to Togwell. Togwell clears it high into this bright sky. Flood trying to win the header, won by Bowery. It comes through to Davies, and Davis in towards Dobson. Dobson's central position, plays it in for the runner Dunn. Dunn's got in the advanced position, chips the ball forwards for Flood. Flood on the inside of the box, comes inside, gets it on his left foot. Oh, skips past the couple, still going. Pass 4! Oh, it's not there, it's hit the close to now. Oh my word, what a run by Chris Flood. Went past 4 players inside the box, left footed, he just tried to pass it into the net, hit the inside of the post, and then came out, it's gone out for a corner to the Rebels. People in front of me were on their feet thinking it was a goal, and what a goal it would have been. But the post has come to the aid of Hampton and Richmond. This is an outswinging corner taken by Scott Davis from this near hand side. So now trying to mix it up, plays it short here towards Ben Harris, gets back here towards Davis. Davis has now got time to put a good cross in. Back post, flying in as Warren Harris. It comes off the head of Muriel Williamson, hooked clear by Bowery. First to the ball is Dixon, but George Wells will cover for Slough. He needs to make sure his back pass is good. It is good towards Turner. Dixon chases the ball, but Turner plays the ball forwards. Flood is underneath it, controls it well, finds Ben Harris. 25 yards out, he shoots, it's a screamer. But way over the top of the bar from Ben Harris. But Slough just trying a couple of chances now in this second half as it's come to light. Almost 20 minutes of it gone before the game has come to light. And it'll be Lovelock to take this goal kick. And Slough are looking to do another substitution. Perry Cole to be the player that comes on as Lovelock takes this ball in. It's Wells who heads the ball away. Only as far as McLeod Urquhart heads it back towards his own goalkeeper. And it's here with Lovelock. Just drops the ball on the floor, just in the corner of his penalty box, and plays the ball forward. Looking again for Dundas. Dundas sticks the ball on this time to Morel Williamson. Morel Williamson does well to turn a couple of challenges. Oh, Togwell, great challenge. Comes back out here towards Wellard. Wellard finds McLaren. McLaren finds Dundas on the edge of the box. Well, just trips on the ball but keeps hold of it. Nisbet's followed him everywhere. Finds McLeod Urquhart. He's going to cross the ball into the box. Easy claim though for Jack Turner, and Turner will try and get Slough on the attack, but there's no one up for him, so he's going to just slow it down a little bit here. And plays this long ball down here, looking for Ben Harris. Headed away well by Sprague. Comes here towards Davis. Gets a lucky ricochet, but the ricochet then bounces away from him to McLeod Urquhart in towards Wellard. Finds McLaren. McLaren with the ball forwards to Dixon. Dixon tries to take a touch and run past. Ball played it in towards Dundas. Dundas with a guard. Oh, he makes a bit of space for himself. Just leaves it too far. Goes diving in on the goalkeeper. And it's gone out of play for a goal kick. And Jack Turner helps Dundas up to his feet. And the substitution will be for the Rebels. Coming on is number 16, Perry Coles. Coming off is Ben Harris. On 67 minutes, that is. 67. So he's all. And we've got a drinks break here as well. So while there's a drinks break, let's have a look and see if we can find you the scores from the other games in the Southern Premier League. Oh no, we're not in it, are we? See, I knew I'd do that. Can't believe. Right, today's attendance is 866. So 866 is the attendance here this afternoon. I said the Southern Premier League. It could take me a while to get used to this. Okay, so the scores from the National League South. I'll get this right in a minute. You wouldn't think I've been doing this for like nearly 5 years. Bath City 1, Dartford 1, Chelmsford 0, Torquay 1, Concord 1, Gloucester 0, East Thurrock 0, Woking 0, Hemel 3, Chippenham 2, Oxford 0, Eastbourne 0, Slough 1, Hampton 1, St Albans 1, Hungerford 2, Truro 0, Billericay 2, Wealdstone 3, Weston-super-Mare 1, and Welling 1, Dulwich Hamlet 0. Those are your latest scores so far. And your substitution, in case you didn't get it, was Perry Coles is the player on. Ben Harris is the player off. So just the game will restart with a goal kick here to the Rebels. And it's Jack Turner to take this goal kick here for Slough. Long ball down the field. Flood tries to get it. Comes off the head of Sprague and will be a corner to the Rebels. Corner number 9 for the Rebels this afternoon. Hampton have only had 2 corners. Slough have had more of the possession. But still, 1-1 is the score here. Dobson's the player that goes across to take this corner. Be an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. And it's played towards the back post. It's headed back in by Nisbet. He'll get a second chance to hook the ball in. And he hooks it a bit too far. Goes straight out of play and out for a goal kick. So it's quiet game here at the moment for Slough. And it's Tom Lovelock, the goalkeeper, that will take this goal kick to restart the game. And aimed again towards Dundas. Dundas was well to win the header, but here comes Nisbet. Nisbet just holds him off with his body. Plays the ball over the top. Bowery now up against Flood. Bowery will be glad that Ben Harris is off, and Flood, just trying to go past him. Holds the ball up. Gives it to Davis. Davis wasn't expected. Joseph won the ball, but it's won back here by Josh Chapman. Chapman down the line towards Warren Harris. Comes off Sprague last. No, it comes off Warren Harris last. It's a throw here to Hampton. And Ben Harris is just is he just getting himself a cold beer? I think it's just water, don't worry. Josh Chapman rises high but only heads it the wrong way. He's come back here And Warren Harris can't keep the ball in play. It's a throw here to Hampton. And it's Sprague who will take this throw for the Beavers. And again, aiming at Dundas. This time it's Josh Chapman. Comes off Chapman again. Must have hit the back of Craig Dundas. It's a throw to Slough. Ball comes through here by the throw by Chapman in towards Flood. Flood trying to hold the ball up. Bowery's all over him, but Flood gets his body in the way. And then it's won back though by Wellard. Flood blocks his ball forwards. And it's out of play for a throw to Hampton Richmond, right in front of our commentary position on the halfway line here. And thrown back here towards Bowery. Bowery under pressure from Flood, goes to his goalkeeper Lovelock. Gary McGann just shouting ball. I don't know if he's saying ball forwards or ball. Nisbet wins the header. Gets a bit of a smack on the side of the face there as he won the ball. But Dobson plays the ball down. That's the poor ball in for Coles to chase. But Coles has chased it. It's come out here towards Davis. Davis in towards Flood. Flood's got a bit of space here. He can turn. It's got Warren Harris down the right hand side if he needs him. It's got Dunn coming through the middle. Dunn treads on the ball. It's cleared by Wellard. Davis just edged off the ball here by Dundas. Played it in here towards Wellard, who continued his run. Chips the ball over the top here to Muriel Williamson. There's a break here for Hampton and Richmond down the left hand side. Comes inside, so the right hand side. Ball breaks here towards Wellard, who shoots. It's blocked by I'm trying to see, it's Simon Dunn throwing his body in front of the ball there for that one. Blocks by Simon Dunn, who threw his body at the ball as the shot came in. And the ball's here with Jack Turner. In case you didn't see that, 866 here today at Arbour Park for this opening game of the season. Ball played in. Warren Harris trying to win the header. It's a foul there by Slough. And the Slough fans just making a bit of noise there behind that one. Good afternoon to Connor, who's listening. It's 1-1, mate. What's the score? It's 1-1. As Lovelock comes to take this free kick for Hampton. Half inside his own half. Again, aimed towards Dundas. Dundas beaten to the ball by Nisbet. Comes out here towards Dobson. Dobson's ball played in for Coles. Coles comes deep to get the ball. Holds the ball up well. Turns. Chips the ball over looking. Oh, Dobson had stopped his run. And Coles had played the ball over the top. Unfortunate there. It was a really good play, but Dobson had just stopped his run. I think maybe because he'd been offside. But the ball over the top would have been free. But so anyway, the ball's here with Bray. And there's a foul here this time by Wells on Dundas. It's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond Borough. And it's around about 40 yards away from the Slough goal on the left hand side. And it's going to be Oliver Sprague who goes across to take this free kick for Hampton. The two, I was going to say the two centre backs, but Wellard and Bray have gone forwards for Hampton Borough for this. It's Joseph's going to leave this for Sprague to take. Sprague plays the ball in. It's bouncing around in the penalty area. Hooked clear by Slough, only as far as Joseph, who scored the opening goal. Sticks his cross in, but Dobson sticks a leg out to block. Joseph gets the ball back. One back by Slough. Comes out here towards Dixon. Dixon trying to go round Dobson. Dobson beaten to the ball. Ball comes in. Free header for Dundas, who heads it across. It's actually been blocked by Slough. Slough, it's gone out for a corner. And Slough don't think it's a corner. Dundas' header must have got a touch off a Slough player. But it's a corner here for Hampton and Richmond. Will be taken by McLeod Urquhart, sorry. And outswinging corner here for Hampton and Richmond. Ball's not in the quadrant, but the linesman's on the far hand side, so you can't see that. It's just played in deep to the far post. And the referee... See, I got the funny feeling that the referee thought it had got a touch off the player. It hadn't. As soon as the corner came in, he blows up for a non-existent foul because he realises he got a mistake in the first half, and it was firstly, and it wasn't a corner. So it's a goal kick. If that makes any sense. Normally, though, none of these things actually do that I actually say, but you all still seem to listen for some reason anyway. So Jack Turner take this free kick for the Rebels. We've got about 15 minutes of the game left, maybe a bit more because of that water break. 1-1 to score still. And a long kick here by Turner, looking for Flood. Flood does well to head the ball on. Headed away though by Bowery. Comes here to Willard. Willard's header only finds Davis. Davis just hooks the ball back up high here. Underneath it is Coles. Gets a touch, looking for Dunn. Dunn just eased off the ball by McLaren, and that's a foul to the Rebels. And a free kick in a good position here for Slough. And it's a foul there by it was McLaren, he's actually getting a yellow card for that challenge, is Casey McLaren on 75 minutes. A second yellow card of the game goes to a Hampton and Richmond player. Both yellow cards have gone to them so far. McCann still just shouting. It's a free kick for Slough. It's level with like the tram line of the 6-yard box, but it's around about 25 yards away from goal. Standing over it, Scott Davis and James Dobson. 4-man wall here for Hampton and Richmond. The referee's just going to make them walk back 2 yards, so you're going to say it's roughly 26 yards away from goal. The wall just inches forward. Another player just joins the wall. 2 Slough players standing behind the wall, and it's going to be Nisbet just being pushed off the wall. They're taken quickly towards Dobson. Takes a shot. It actually hits the wall and got stuck at the feet of the wall. And Hampton and Richmond clear, looking for the run of Dixon. Well headed away though by George Wells. Comes to Chapman, who's not the best of clearances by Josh Backman, but trying to play the ball in. Comes out here towards Nisbet. Nisbet will win the ball. Finds Scott Davis, who'd come in to play the ball. Flicks it over the top. Love ball here, looking for Warren Harris. It's got too much on. It goes out of play for a goal kick. There, and that free kick by Slough was pretty poor. First substitution, was it another substitution for Slough? Coming on is Louis Saws. Coming off is James Dobson. And that's on 76 minutes. So that is James Dobson off, and new signing Louis Saws, not Luis Suarez or anything like that. Louis Saws is the player who comes on, and Saws goes into that left back position, left midfield position. And the kick here from Lovelock, headed away by Josh Chapman, comes out of play. And it looks as though Hampton and Richmond may be making a substitution in a second. It's going to be Sprague though that takes his throw first. Looking again for Dundas, headed away well by Josh Chapman, played forward by Warren Harris, in towards Coles. Coles takes the ball down really well. He's got on the far hand side, Flood's offside. He scores, or he doesn't score because he hits the crossbar, but he was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have made any difference. Gary McCann telling them to keep their eyes on the ball. Great bit of things there. Good afternoon to Marco De Villios listening in Cyprus, and we've also got Matt Tebbett listening in Mallorca as they're driving through the mountains. Well, not obviously through the mountains, but round the mountains. You wouldn't drive through the mountain, you'd crash. But there you go. It's a throw here to Slough, and Sam Togwell to take this throw. I would guess it's number 11 coming off, but Sprague heads the ball straight out of play for another throw to Slough. They've gained a good 10-15 yards for that one. And yes, you're going to see substitution. It's Reese Muriel Williamson coming off. Coming on is Daniel Uchechi for Hampton and Richmond Borough. On 78 minutes, Daniel Uchechi, another one of those players who followed Gary McCann from Hendon to Hampton and Richmond, and he comes on for Hampton Richmond Borough, their first substitution of the afternoon. And he will play up front or on the wing. I think he's going to come left wing actually. Josh Chapman with this throw for the Rebels. Looking for Flood. Flood, oh, lovely little flick on here towards Warren Harris. Oh, Harris just goes the right side of Bowery. Gets his cross in. Oh, it's too close to the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, it's a good cross though by Slough, but Lovelock does well to come and claim the ball in this penalty. He's done really well with the balls, apart from that ball for the goal, unfortunately. But there you go. So he puts the ball high into that summer sky. Davies for Slough wins the header. First touch here for Saws. Heads the ball the wrong way, but it comes here towards George Wells. Plays the ball for Coles to chase. Coles will chase this one down in the corner, right up against Rian Bray. Coles keeps holding the ball inside the box. Cuts inside. Takes a shot from distance, and it's saved well by the goalkeeper in the end just down low to his feet, came through a crowd of players, and he clears the ball long. And Dixon wins the header, but only heads it into the path of Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And we'll give you some updated scores in a second as Turner takes the ball down the field. And a foul again by Bray this time. Means it's foul number 16 for Hampton and Richmond this afternoon. And it's a free kick. It's a shame Dobson's off because this would have been ideal for him. 30 yards away from goal. Quite a central position here for the Rebels. And we'll stick with this play before we give you the updated scores. Blake Cousins is listening. He says, good afternoon from Ontario, Canada. I think we're doing this broadcasting in the wrong place. But there you go. We've got a free kick here for Slough. Scott Davies is the player who will take this for the Rebels. Just waiting for a referee to mark this wall out. 5-man wall for Hampton and Richmond. 30 yards away from goal. Central position here for Davies. Just waiting for the referee's whistle. Davies to come along to take this one. Hits him with a power. Great save again, though, by the goalkeeper. Love look at full stretch to push that ball round the side of the post. And it's a corner now to the Rebels here. And Davies has had to go across to take the corner for Slough. Just waiting for a bit of movement here to come through. He's just waiting for the referee's waiting for the Slough players to make the move. Ball's been drilled into the post. It's played forwards by Togwell, and the goalkeeper catches the ball as it just go out on the things. David Randall's on the beach in North Wales listening. And the ball's been thrown out here to Uchechi. Gets his first touch of the ball. Keeps the ball in. It's back towards Sprague, the left back. Under pressure. Back to Warren Harris. Back to pressure to the goalkeeper. Under pressure from Warren Harris. Cleared though. Josh Chapman wins the header, but straight out of play for a throw. And it's going to be Sprague, the left back, to take this throw. Just looking for a bit of movement here from his players. Uchechi is the player that he finds. Uchechi holds the ball up. Back here towards Sprague. Sprague chips the ball forward. Looking for Uchechi to chase it, but Jackman sees the ball out. Good defending by Josh Jackman. And it's a goal kick here for the Rebels. And we'll give you those scores. Bath 1, Dartford 1, Chelmsford 0, Torquay 1, Concord Rangers 2, Gloucester 0, East Thurrock 0, Woking 0, Hemel 3, Chippenham 2, Oxford City 0, Eastbourne 0, St Albans 2, Hungerford 2, Truro 0, Billericay 4, Willstone 3, Weston-super-Mare 1, and Welling 2, Dulwich 0. Ball play forwards, flicked on by Chris Flood. Can Bowery keep it in? He keeps it from going for a corner. Must have come off a touch of a Hampton and Richmond play. It's gone out for a throw to Slough. Is there anyone not on holiday listening? I think you're all on holiday. It's going to be a throw here by the corner flag, taken by Davies in towards Swords. Swords crosses at the back post. Flood raises high, jumps up. He's looking for a corner and gets the corner from his header. So it's obviously come off a Hampton player. Corner number 10 for the Rebels this afternoon. And it's going to be Davies who's jogged across to the other side of the pitch to go and take this corner for Slough. Plays it short though towards Josh Chapman. Chapman takes a touch back towards Davies. Davies has to rush his cross. It's blocked and it'll come back here though towards Josh Chapman. Oh, great play. Just turns and holds the ball up. Looks up, chips the ball in, finds Swords who's in acres of space. Tries, he's got Sprague in front of him. Swords gets his foot to cross. Ball's bouncing around, comes back out. Oh, it's come out here towards Joseph. Scored the opening goal. His clearance will find Dixon. Dixon's got a chance to run. Two Slough players. He's got Uchechi coming to help. He doesn't need it because he's gone past Togwell easily. Togwell comes back and gets his body in position and holds up. In here towards Uchechi. Uchechi turns. Gives the ball here to Dundas. Dundas is a bit further back. Out on the far hand side is McLaren. McLaren with the ball in, looking for the run of Uchechi. Cleared by Slough, only as far as McLaren. McLaren leaves the ball here for McLeod Urquhart. Hits it straight at Swords. Swords wins the ball back here for Simon Dunn. Dunn in towards Flood. Flood towards Swords. Swords looks up. Trying to turn. Has the ball at his feet. Shakes off the challenge of Dundas. Plays it in towards Simon Dunn. Back here by Nisbet. Finds Wells. Wells towards Davies. Davies, little ball in, cushion ball to Dunn. It's now playing some good football, but inside their own half. Ball chip forward, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris gets to the ball first. Willard tries to flick the ball on. McLaren, though, heads the ball into the path of McLeod-Urquhart. And it's here with Willard. Willard trying to orchestrate the play out, looking for Joseph, but easily picked out by Nisbet. And Nisbet, under pressure from Joseph, has to go back towards his goalkeeper, Turner. Turner just under pressure here. Now plays the long ball down, looking for Perry Coles. Coles does well. He tries to turn. Oh, the deflection takes it away from him. He's going to chase it on. Bowery's covering and plays it out for a throw to Slough. Good afternoon to Dominic Ashford, who's listening. And his granddad, especially with the match sponsored by his granddad, in memory of his granddad. So it's Josh Chapman to take this throw here. He's in California. Everyone's on holiday apart from me. Ball's here with Josh Chapman. Does well to turn. Gets a cross in left foot. It's a great cross. Lou Saws at the far post. It's come wide. Oh, it's just wide of the goal by Saws. And his header at the back post just creeped the wrong side of the post there. And it looks like another substitution for Hampton and Richmond. Coming off is the goal scorer, Zach Joseph. Coming on is Torian Roberts, who is one of only 2 players remaining from Hampton and Richmond from last season. One of only 2 players who didn't go with Alan Dowson and go somewhere else. So he is the player that comes on. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Tom Lovelock to take. And it's going to be the goalkeeper to finally take this goal kick after the substitution's been through. And played forward here, looking for Dixon. Dixon coming from an offside position. Heads the ball on. It's headed away, volleyed away by Wells. Ball bounces over the head of Bray. Flood trying to get there. The ball, Bowery this time with the volley clear. Nisbet's there first for Slough, but it goes all the way through. Coles is trying to chase it. It just comes through to Lovelock on the edge of his area, just standing there just before Coles can get there into the hands of the Hampton goalkeeper. And it's going to be him who takes the kick. It's not the best of kicks. Warren Harris is underneath it for Slough. Davis then heads it. Gives the ball away to Uchechi. Uchechi leaves the ball to run out of play for a throw to Hampton and Richmond. And they'll leave it for the left back Spray to come along. We're at about 2.5 minutes of normal time, but there was that little drinks break plus the substitutions as well. So I reckon we've got about 5 minutes or so left of the game. Sprague will eventually take this throw. Looking for Uchechi. Uchechi is fouled. Shirt tug. Foul number 17 for Hampton Richmond this afternoon. And Uchechi wouldn't let the ball go for Jack Turner to come and take it. Turner's going to take this free kick for Slough. Trying to feed Slough a little bit further up this field. Just got Davies just urging them to come forwards a little bit. Ball played forwards. Long kick here by Turner. Underneath it is Bray. Great header. Togwell there for Slough to head it back in. Flood trying to hold the play up. He's looking for a free kick. Ball comes towards Coles. Gets the ball. Gets a lucky ricochet. Shoots from distance, but it's an easy shot for the goalkeeper to save. And although it was on target, it was straight at him. Warren Harris has just been named the Slough man of the match by Kieran Wall, who's sponsored this game for his father who passed away, Danny Wall, and that has gone to Warren Harris, scorer of the equaliser for the Rebels this afternoon. So Warren Harris is the man of the match. And the throw will finally come in from Sprague here down this left-hand side, trying to make a bit of space. Finds Uchechi down the side. Uchechi tries to turn, but Warren Harris is there for Slough to clear. The ball hits straight at Dundas. It's hooked clear by Togwell, and he comes as far as McLaren in towards Dixon. Dixon trying to turn and hook clear by Saws. Cole's trying to wait for the ball to come to him, but it's well covered by Willard. Ball goes back, and McLeod, Urquhart, and Coles clash. Coles just telling him to get up. Lovelock with the ball down the field looking for Dixon. Dixon beaten to the ball by Nisbet. It's a foul by Nisbet, and that's a free kick for Hampton and Richmond. And Slough conceded a free kick late in a central position here. Can Hampton and Richmond grab a late equaliser? They scored early in the game on 3 minutes. Can they score with a last gasp goal here? It's a good 40 yards away from goal. Standing over it at the moment is Torian Roberts, a substitute. We've got 3 minutes of added time coming on. So it's 3 minutes of added time here. And it's going to be McLeod, Urquhart or Sprague that take it. Sprague takes it, goes on the far hand side. Headed across the goal there by McLaren. It's gone all the way. It's out for a goal kick. So 3 minutes of added time that we are slowly into. Jack Turner will take this goal kick for Slough. Still 1-1 here. Great attendance here this afternoon. 866 here today. And a long kick here by Turner, trying to find Flood. Flood does really well to flick the ball on. It's cleared by Sprague to Wellard. Wellard just floats the ball down the field to go out of play for a throw to Slough. And Sam Togwell's there for Slough to come and take it quickly. Throws the ball here towards Turner. Turner, all dressed in this new white kit that he's got, plays the ball down the field, looking for Flood again. Flood trying to flick the ball on, flicks it up in the air. Warren Harris tries to get his body in there. It's come through and it's cleared here towards Dixon, who keeps the ball in but only finds Nisbet. Nisbet's header finds Simon Dunn, but the linesman's flagged for an offside. Why did you just let the game go on? And then the referee stops now from taking the free kick quickly. Strange decisions there by the linesman. Slough had the ball in a forward position and the goalkeeper is... so there's two balls on the pitch at the moment, which is why the game hasn't started yet. Hampton not in a eager to kick the ball off to allow this free kick to come in. Scott Davis standing in front of our commentary position on the halfway line to take this free kick. And he drills it into the box. Nisbet trying to get there. Comes off the head of them. Sam Togwell with a header. It's off the crossbar. Did the goalkeeper get a touch? Togwell seems to think so, but the referee says no, it's a goal kick. And it's out for a goal kick. Sam Togwell almost scoring on his official debut there, but just hitting the crossbar. And it's going to be Lovelock to take it. We've literally got about 40 seconds left of this match here. Still 1-1. And it's smashed clear by Lovelock. It's a foul by Dundas for a free kick to the Rebels. Rebels want to take it quickly, but they're going to allow Jack Turner to pummel the ball into the box. Now this last chance of trying to get something out of this game. It's Turner who's going to play the ball into the box. Hampton have got a high line here. Ball played in by Turner. Aimed towards it's a corner for Slough. Corner number 11 for the Rebels this afternoon. It's Davis to go across to take it. The Slough fans are making the noise. Is the referee going to allow time? It is 48 minutes. It is the time. So Davis has got this chance to put this corner in. Can Slough grab a last gasp winner here? John Underwood's got his head on his hands. Referee just making sure there's no pushing and shoving going along. No VAR for a penalty here today. It's Davis with this ball. Ball falling down straight at the goalkeeper. And I'm sure that when he kicks the ball out, the referee will blow his whistle. He's not in a hurry as the Hampton goalkeeper to take this. I think Hampton are happy with a point. And there you go. That is the final whistle here at Arbour Park. Their first game at the National South level. Level 2 for 17 years. Slough have finished here with a 1-1 draw. The story of the game, 2 goals in the first half. One by Zach Joseph on 3 minutes. And then the second by Warren Harris for the Rebels, who scored on 25 minutes for Slough. Just a few counters for you. It's 1-1. There was 6 shots on target by Slough, only 3 for Hampton and Richmond. Slough committed 6 fouls, Hampton and Richmond 18. And there was 11 corners to 3 for the Rebels. But it's finished here at Slough, and it's all over. 1-1 is the game, and we're back on Tuesday evening away to Chippenham Town. Thank you all for joining us here at Arbour Park, and we'll give you all the action on Tuesday evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're just going to see if there's things as the players just get a large round of applause. They just go off to clap the fans on that far side. 866 is your attendance here today. Thank you all for coming down. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back on Tuesday away to Chippenham. I do believe that their pitch is a little bit bare, so should be an interesting game. But yes, so we've got that on Tuesday evening for you. So we're just waiting to see as the referee, Mr. Matthew Russell, with two officials, Barry Small and Robert Ablett, come off the pitch. And it's all over. We'll try and give you those latest scores from around the other Southern. Oh, I'm going to say it. My apologies, because I keep saying Southern Premier League. It's not the Southern Premier League. Right, full-time scores: Bath 1, Dartford 2, Chelmsford. I don't know how Chelmsford have finished up 0-0. Concord 2, Gloucester 0, East Thurrock 0, Woking 0, Hemel Hempstead 4, Chippenham 2, Oxford City 0, Eastbourne 0, St Albans 3, Hungerford 2, Truro 0, Billericay 4, Wealdstone 3, Western-super-Mare 1, Welling United 2, Dulwich 0. Those are all your scores from this afternoon. And my cameraman friend, did you get that? You got that? Have you got that? Have you not got? I can't believe you haven't got that one for me. Thank you very much, Graham. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Is that on a separate one? Right. Okay. There might be some X-rated AFC video highlights that you can maybe stream at the end of the season. Yes. Yes. So until then, thank you for listening in today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's finished 1-1 here. Tuesday is when we're back, and don't forget we're also away next Saturday. If you are coming next Saturday, remember that although it's Gloucester City, they do play at Evesham United, so don't end up at the wrong ground, or it'll be a long way back. So thank you very much. We'll be back next Saturday. It's been good to be back, and hopefully the start of an interesting season here for the Rebels. 1-1 here today. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the season, but if you can't make action, you know what to do. Listen in, join in, and we'll give you a shout out as it happens. And until then, thank you all so very much. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm trying to find a way of turning this all off, but there you go. Thank you all, and we will speak to you all on Tuesday evening. So until then, enjoy your weekend. Thank you.